Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another match day watch along. Today we are covering the Arsenal men's, no Arsenal women this weekend at all. So we are doing just the men's team today, and they are playing at home to Palace, looking to bounce back from Thursday's disappointing result. Obviously getting knocked out of Europe on penalties. Obviously Tommy Ash is out. He's on, I don't know, looks like he might be out for the rest of the season. Actually, he was on crutches after Thursday night's game. Saliba, as you're about to go into, get the team up on the screen in a moment. Bear with me on that. Saliba's not in a matchday squad at all today. It does seem like it's again. It's more. It's not serious, but it's not what they thought it was. It's just there's a slight concern he wouldn't be available today. He isn't. And yeah, after this, got 2 weeks break. Hopefully, touch wood. Going by the reports we're seeing online, Saliba will be back for Leeds, the Leeds game on the 1st of April, because it's rumoured to be about 2-3 weeks, give or take, the third week and all that. He's going to be out for, which, if you do your math, everyone, before you go and have a meltdown on social media, we have a 2-week international break. So he will be back for the Leeds game at the very least. So everyone needs to calm down. It's just one game. Relax. We've got Rob Holding back in the back line, supporting him. We'll be fine. It's Crystal Palace are crying out loud. But yeah, I'm just getting the teams up on my screen now to share with you guys. So yeah, apart from the change I just mentioned, nothing really. I'm about in terms of panic stations and all that. It's Ramsdale in goal, Ben White right back holding, taking in for Saliba's place, Gabriel, Zinchenko, got Thomas Partey and Xhaka as a pivot, Odegaard leading the attack in terms of just link-up wise. And then Saka down the right, Martinelli down the middle, and Trossard down the left. And every now and then they're interchanged, as we've seen in previous games. Jesus is available. Jesus is not injured. Everyone panics. He's available. He's just been on the bench. Again, this is part of his rehab, getting him back to his match fitness. We can't just, because he's been out for 3.5 months, with the injury that he had and the surgery he had, he cannot just go gun-ho, bang, 90 minutes, bang, 90 minutes, because it will cause a flare-up on his knee, and we don't need that, especially in the business end of the season. So relax. He will play a part today, but it'll be from the bench. So calm down. You've got Turner on the bench, the goalkeeper. Tierney, Waters is deputising on the bench, obviously taking holding space on the bench, but also filling the void that Saliba's left as well for this game. We've got Jakob Kiwa on the bench as well, Jorginho, Fabio Vieira, Emil Smith-Rowe, Reece Nelson, and, as I mentioned already, Gabriel Jesus. And I'm happy with that. Honestly, I've seen the Palace team. They've got a rookie goalkeeper in goal for a start. With all due respect to the kid, he's in for a busy afternoon if we turn up today. Before we get into I'll just close this down for a second, get the Palace team up. While I'm doing that, just going through the rigmarole of basically, if you are new to the channel and you want to, obviously you can subscribe for free. It costs nothing. It's literally, you don't need the red button anymore. It's just a button to press the button to the notifications. So every time we do these watch-alongs, be it the men's team, the women's team, or the podcast, etc., all other content we do, you will be notified straight away, and you won't miss a minute of the content we do on this channel. Also, added bonus, if you want to become a member, not just subscribe, but become a member, it's 99p, £2.99. They're the levels of memberships. And when you become a member, you will gain access to the channel emojis and the unique membership badges. As the longer you're a member of the channel, your badge will be upgraded from one thing to another, all Arsenal related, of course. And the more members we gain over time, the more emojis I can then offer you. It is at a select amount of emojis per X amount of members, etc., etc. So the more of you become members, the more emojis I can go away, create, come back, and give you guys as well to interact in the channel, especially these match day watch-alongs, be it the men's and the women's. It's a lot of fun, a more fun way of interacting in the channel and having a laugh along the way. Right, Crystal Palace. Right. What's happening to give me the bloody actual site. And again, there would have been added fuel to the fire anyway today if Crystal Palace themselves hadn't sacked Arsenal legend Patrick Vieira on Friday on St. Paddy's Day. Who sacked someone called Patrick on St. Paddy's Day? Being idiots. I was waiting for Joel to join us as well. No, he's not here yet, but Joel will be joining us as well throughout the stream. Here we go. No, I didn't want that, so I can't enlarge it then. So it's literally as it is on the screen. Dear God, here we go. Bring it back up. Here we go. I've got Whitworth in goal. Who, as I say, he's the third choice. That's academy goalkeeper for Crystal Palace. Made his debut the other night. They lost 1-0, 2-0, but this is Arsenal. There's an upgrade from Brighton to Arsenal. Let's be honest. He's going to be in for a busy afternoon if we turn up today. As I said, we've got Ward, Gay, Anderson, and Mitchell on the back line. Milovic, Jesus. It seemed that Vieira was trying to phase this guy out, like because of his age and all that. Keep him for the experience, but phase him out in terms of playing time. As soon as Vieira's sat, the guy's back in and he's captain again, for crying out loud. Ridiculous. Decore, Slop, and then the forward three of Alusi, Zaha, and Edouard. And on the bench, I've got Goodman, and then their fourth choice goalkeeper, Tompkins, Richards, Klein, Hughes, Almeida, Eze, Ayew, and Marteta. So, yeah, I think this could be a really... this is asking, Ryan, do you know what channel the game is? In terms of UK TV, it's not on UK TV. We're the only game, we're the only team playing today, Premier League-wise, and we're not. And Sky didn't pick us up. And one, the fixtures that he picked up for this weekend, they picked after the FA Cup, the last round. That's when they did it, and they decided, oh, I know, we'll pick the two teams that can't play this weekend because they're in the FA Cup, so we can't show them anyway. But we'll show them they don't. Not the team that's in the title race. Oh no! Well, one of the teams in the title race. Oh no! And yeah, so we're gonna have to. Sadly, we are gonna have to find a legitimate way, so we say, of finding a stream to watch the game, which is going to be a lot of fun. As you guys well know, Bournemouth last time out when it wasn't on TV 3 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday. That was a stressful afternoon for many reasons. But nonetheless, of finding a stream that actually stayed and didn't buffer every 2 seconds and cut out. Oh dear, that was a lot of fun. But yeah, as soon as if I find anything, I'll let you guys know. Obviously, my end as well. We've got Russ in the chat as well. Evening, friends and Arsenal fam. And a big good morning to all Arsenal inmates out there, says the Arsenal Misfit. Sweet, it's on Australian TV. Oh, there you go then. Fair enough. We are literally 13 minutes away, by the way, going into away from kickoff, by the way. Need to get Joel. I don't know if he's been told by his emails that I've sent him a link. One sec. Joel, that was it. I was doing Joel. What was that for? Joel, where are you? Way. There we go. That's that. I've got to send kind of a link. All right, so bear with me. I do think this is a lot of people are stressing because obviously Saliba. Well, I'll say a lot. There's certain people stressing over Saliba being injured for one game because by the time 2 weeks has passed, the Leeds game comes along. So hey, that's my head in. I'm sorry, it does my head in when people over dramatize things to get clicks and retweets on Twitter and all that. Does my head in. But especially in this time frame when we're doing well, I think honestly, if Vieira had been in charge and hadn't been sacked, I think this would have been a difficult game, a more difficult game for us. The fact they've sacked him, they haven't hired anyone yet. They've brought in the under-21 coach to take over today, and they've got obviously injuries themselves in terms of goalkeeper and this, that, and the other, and they're away from home. We're at home. Our home form by one game this season. We're our home form's formidable in terms of one defeat in the league at home. I just think again our record in this season in London derbies. No one else comes close to us in London. Basically, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think we win this at the very least 3-0. I know if anyone goes in there, Palace seem to be our bogey team over the years and all that malarkey. I just think times have changed now. The squad, the team, the mentality is different with us now. That's not going to be an issue, hopefully. Touch wood. Right, let's get Colin a link to send to him. Yeah. Right, let's have a look about this. Oh, by the way, I will be keeping everyone updated as now we're live on all the FA Cup games that take part whilst we're live, by the way. So as it stands in the FA Cup between Sheffield United and Blackburn, it is 2-2, but there's no replays. It is going to be played out today, as in there's going to be a winner one way or the other. All in. There we go. Off you go, and you're pasted. That's sent to him. That's weird. BX is in the chat. Big up yourself, BX. Oh, dear. The thing is, I can actually show you. Actually, think about it whilst we're waiting for Colin and Joel to join. Colin's going to send the link, so Colin's going to join us as soon as he can. Basically, yeah, I can actually show you guys, the few emojis that I've been able to put onto the channel, obviously for the memberships and all that. I can actually show you it's my channel, obviously. I don't have to be a member myself. So these are the emojis. You've got the Arsenal badge, the Kale. I did one for Tom in particular. You'll see in a sec, and this one. Go. Let's see if it comes up your end. There you go. I hope you guys can see the actual emojis, whatever we call them. They are the four that have been. Oh, it's 3-2. Let's have to say that 3-2 in injury time as well. Tommy Doyle's just scored for Sheffield United, so looks like Sheffield United are going to Wembley. There you go. Been a really good season for them, hasn't it? So, but yeah, they are the emojis available for all members. Basically, as soon as you become a member, be it 99p or the £2.99 level, they are the first emojis of the channel that you'll be able to use. As it's been stated by YouTube, the more members you get, the more space they give us to add more emojis and more ways of interacting, this and the other. Oh, I didn't know this. Thunder Road, big up yourself, my friend. It says Anderson injured in the warm-up for Palace. Tompkins to start in place. Surprised it is not the American Chris Richards. Well, again, that benefits us because obviously then Tompkins hasn't had time to warm up properly and get himself mentally prepared for the game either, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Having Trossard, Saka, and Martinelli run at him left, right, and centre, quite literally. You know what? I'm going to go even bolder now. I'm going to go for. I said 3-0 before. I'm going to put everything on the line now. I'm going to go 4-0. I think we'll win 4-0 now. Because again, I've got a bench: Smith Rowe, Jorginho, Fabio Vieira. Even though he had a bit of a moment at this moment in time in terms of his form and performances wise, it does over exacerbate things we need to on Thursday. But yeah, let's say Smith Rowe, Jesus, and another one, Reece Nelson as well. We've got good attacking options on the bench. Chris said, I would have said a new manager bounce, but bounce may have supported players, but it's a kid in goal. Yeah, literally, as I say, their third choice goalkeeper is their academy goalkeeper, and their backup to him is their fourth choice academy goalkeeper. I said he's going to have a big. If Palace's defence don't sort themselves out today for the entire match, he's going to have a very busy afternoon, one way or the other. What baptism of fire? You've got fighting on bloody Wednesday, and then you come up against the league leaders, Arsenal, all conquering, all firing, and all cylinders, Arsenal in an attacking sense, anyway, in the league. But yeah, and that's that. In terms of you say the new manager bounce, they haven't even got a manager. That's the thing. They've sacked him. They've put this guy in charge, the under 21 manager in charge of today. But they haven't. Outside of that, they're looking. They're talking. The last I heard on Friday was they're in talks with Roy Hodgson. About again, Palace. I mean, if you're Palace fans out there, you must be pulling your hair out because it must be concerning. Teams are getting ready to come out. I need to go find myself a stream, by the way. You must be concerned that you had a few years of Boyne, yes, it wasn't much attraction, but he kept you up and all that. And the whole point of him then leaving when he did and then getting Vieira in was to move on, a new style of play, etc., move on from that era. And then Vieira's second season, near the end of his second season, the board panic, get rid of him. Don't back him in the window, by the way. So there's so many implications to why Vieira it didn't work out this season. It went to last season. Didn't back him and all that. And they're going back to the top of their list. It's Roy Hodgson, the guy that's they pushed out in the first place. You couldn't make it up. I mean, you're just asking for trouble. I mean, the Palace board. I know there's a relationship with the club and Roy and all that. Fair, okay, cool. But it's since leaving Palace, going back last season, this time, but this bit late, earlier in the season, he came back out of retirement for Watford, and that didn't work out, did it? They still went down. They weren't getting the results. He didn't exactly last long there, did he? So what? It's bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre. Vieira sacking is odd. Yeah, I understand in terms of form and the results they weren't getting the results, but like Vincent Kompany said on Friday in his press conference, look at the teams he had to face with his Palace team. Man United twice, Newcastle, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Brighton, your Brentfords, your Fulhams, all the teams that are up there, up in the upper ends of the league at the moment, doing well, basically. Whereas he was in that mid-table, obviously, but no one at a time directly below, basically, since the turn of the year. And it's just bizarre. Yeah, it's bizarre. And I said this last night, Chris, on the Match of the Day stream I did. I honestly believe Vieira would have figured it out and got Palace out of trouble. He would have pulled them away and got them back to where they're happy with and all that crap. But it's up to them. I mean, again, people can say I'm biased because obviously the Arsenal connection with Patrick, but hopefully this doesn't damage his career because he showed last season. You back him and give him what the players he wants and the style he wants to play. Look what they did last year. Look at the improvement of last year. So it's clearly a good manager. It just needs to go to a club that will actually genuinely back him more than just the 1 year. But we'll see how it plays out anyway. Let's have a look. Anyone's got any links? Right. Oh dear. Yeah, sucking looks as well. Thought out as lead suck them. Yeah, that was bizarre as well. Yeah, I think this is worse than anything. 8 of Palace's next 10 matches are against teams currently beneath them. 6 points are good. Yeah, and I think Vieira, being that's the case, he would have got the results. He would have got the results, and they would have been fine, 100%. They just got panicked. The board panicked. They got dragged because them teams below were starting to get close at the time because of the fixtures that fixtures played out. they all panicked. Instead of actually going, you know what, we're going to give you a few games against them teams. Oh no, we're going to panic now after you played the informed teams at the top of the league. Oh no, we're sack you now. It's like, what the oh dear. He had Gallagher running for him. Exactly. And the fact that I said this last night again, the fact that they didn't go out their way to to go and get Connor back this last summer just gone, or get an ideal replacement for him. And didn't do it again in this winter window. What do they expect? I'm highly critical. Again, got me biased because of my connections with as an Arsenal fan to Patrick. Total spot. Okay, we'll try this one first. Here we go. Teams are coming out, or be kicking off now, wouldn't it? So yeah, here we go. Well, I'll say that. Here we go. Yeah, Peter Drury, yeah, Misty, bloody it is Misty and Blunt today. But we are underway. There we go. Time to go 8 straight. Come on, Arsenal. Exactly. Get your guys. Again, I didn't ask you guys, but do get your score predictions in the chat as well, and I'll put them up on the screen as well, my friends. But we are on my screen, 22 seconds in. If anything happens, if it's good, don't let me know. If it's bad, give me a heads up. Basically. Oh, come on, Arsenal. Come on. No messing about today. No messing about. Come on, Martinelli as well. Let's avenge Patrick Vieira in more ways than one. Let's just do it for ourselves in terms of points clear, but also do it for our legend that got me treated wrongly on Friday morning. Actually, first thing, woke up to a phone call. Didn't even know him to come in and do it face. That's another thing. The lack of class there. You didn't have the bottle to do it face to face with him either. You literally waited. You decided the night before, but you waited. First thing in the morning, you phoned him up. You didn't even like bring him in, have a meeting. When Arsenal got rid of Naomi, there was the day we sacked him. It was done face to face, but it was also day after a game. It clearly decided the night before after that final whistle, but the following morning, everyone went into training as normal. He asked to come in for a meeting at 9 o'clock. Went into that meeting, got told the situation, done and dusted. There was class there because it was done face to face. There was no if buts or maybes in between, anything, no cross, nothing messed up basically in that sense. But oh no, Crystal Palace here. Oh no, they have to do it the dodgy way in terms of where's this? We'll do it by text, or over a phone call, not even literally. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. I do again. It does annoy me that literally Sky had the option of picking us, knowing we weren't in the FA Cup this week, and then they chose the two teams for their Sunday segment that they knew they couldn't feature because they're both in the FA Cup. Doing. So now we're up here having to do this. Yay! Go on, Marty. Go on. Take him on. Go on. Oh, lucky. Thunderbolt's going for a 2-0 Arsenal win. BX Gunners going, but I'm doing now 4-0 win for the Gunners. Yeah. I was saying, I said that if we can win with a clean sheet and 3 or more goals, fantastic, because that means our goal difference between us and City closes within, 2 or 3 goals, depending on scoring, obviously. Go on, Saka. Oh, that slip. Slight slip there as he went pull away. And it allowed the Palace defender to get the ball there. Let's go, Arsenal. Let's go. Oh, yeah, Sammy couldn't play today, could he? Either way, Sammy couldn't play because obviously, on loan. We decided no. We didn't do a Newcastle in 2004 and basically go, yeah, you can play against us. That won't cause us any problems. Bang. The only times that a club's done that, it backfired. You couldn't make it up. I don't know what I'm doing, if I'm honest. That's it. Right, come on, Les. Come on. Oh, Swansea 2-0 up against Bristol City in the Championship. The Manchester United women are winning 2-1. Lose. Just pulled one back in the Women's FA Cup. They were 2-0, then it's now 2-1. Emily Craft scoring for those. Strasbourg are beating Auxerre 1-0, sorry. Probably, you know what? Depending on how this game goes in the next few minutes, obviously, I think we've got. Do we want to go back into the Conte discussing again? The meltdown that he had and how he's still in the job as we speak. No other manager. I'll say it now. No manager in any other club would do what he did and get away with it to this point. If any other manager had done that, they would have been done out their job last night. How's that not a foul, ref? Bloody hell. They've put Slob on Thomas Partey then. Yeah. They've basically they've tasked Jeffrey Slob to try and mark out a party at the game. Are they mental? Go on, Saka, go on. Ah, lucky you. The Arsenal miss it's going for a 3-0 win. I'm alive because I don't like the background so dark. I hate this. Got all this stuff in the background for you guys to look at as well. It's just like, no, pitch black. I need to go this way. I don't think he wanted to get away with it. He wants exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like they're deliberately. They know it, and they're like, "No, you're gonna stay put now." I just came to like the video. I've got to go out now. No problem. Then chat to you soon, my friend. Chat to you later. Oh dear. I'll put the pressure on it. Come on. Go on. It was starting off well so far, considering the disappointment of what happened on Ajax took a 2-1 lead up against the final. Tadic as well, from Southampton player. Considering the disappointment of what happened on Thursday, you wouldn't know the way we've gone out this started this game in the attacking sense. But yeah, as I was about to say all that, I just come on the scoreboard on my TV here. Oh, one sec. Ajax took a. No, play won it fair and square. But I need to see a replay to definitely say, but it did look like he went fair square in the box. So, but yeah, Ajax in a sort of title, well, not title decider, but a big game in that title race in Holland. Ajax at home to final the top of the league as I last looked. And Dusan Tadic, former Southampton talisman, is the goal scorer for the Ajax's second goal, 37 minutes in. What a game that's been then. 37 minutes in and 3 goals. Ooh. Let's go, Arsenal. Let's go. Come on, lads. Come on. Let's go back in here. Make sure no one's backstage. Saka's playing rubbish lately, need him to rest. I think personally we should do what the other clubs are doing. Just go, after today's game, just go, sorry, injured. Can't go in the international duty, got to stay with us. Palace almost scored back. He's height in the post. Here we're going back to see it now. Here we go. Shot off. Oh my god. Now considering, Napoli has gone 1-up by the way. Victor Osimhen scored another goal. Surprise there. Considering Martin when they hit the post up a few weeks ago against Aston Villa, and we hit off Martinez's header winning. How that, because it sort of hits the post, comes back and hits his back, but doesn't, instead of ricocheting anywhere else, like away from him, it hits his back and stays put, which is a bit. Or hits back with his leg, and because of the way his leg was, it sort of trapped it from spinning out, anything like that. Come on, lads, come on, you need to wake up. Can't give him any impetus, basically. Come on. No. Martin was all on his own there, trying to push up. Of course, he forced an error, but there was no one else around him to help counter that error the police made. Draw the foul, Martinelli. Draw the foul at least. Go on, Martin. Go on, Martinelli. Go on. Wouldn't have cut inside like that, but okay. Just draw the foul, get a free kick, get everyone up. But no. It is what it is. We keep going though. We've got the ball here. Oh, the guy. I know what you're trying to do there, but come on. Ref, how's that not a foul? Odegaard got the ball and literally got shoved in the back onto the floor, and that's how the player got the ball. Went literally through him, basically. Ref goes, no, continue. Consistency. All it's consistency of these refs. I mean, they're consistently shit, but that's what I want to be consistently good and make the right choices here. Exactly, nearly been the opposite word. So close. And yeah, Sam and us are having a little bromance in the chat now. Oh dear. There's a poll in the chat, guys. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. There's a poll in the chat as well. I put in before I went live. And you can still vote in it as well. Why the game is the score is what it is and all that. But it's simple. What do you think the result will be today? Arsenal win, draw, or Palace win? Go on, Pico. Go on, Pico. Aye, fucking bastard. Bastard defending it. The title race is when the team's in the title race and it's like last ditch defending like this, it's even more aggravating because it's like better score. I mean, I suppose they've got. That's another thing. Man City actually talk about going back to Vieira a minute here. Crystal Palace played at home the other week, a couple of weeks ago, last week or a couple of weeks ago against Man City. Yeah. If it weren't for Elise being a prat in the box defensively, being the operative word, Palace come out of that with a point, clean sheet and a point. But oh no, we forget about that one, don't we? Come on. We're having the ball, but they are set up to just contain the straight and counter attack basically. What was Ben White doing? Then they made you run and lost the ball there, but we got the ball back. Oh, sorry, Colin's here. I've been Colin in.
What's up, bro?
Colin, how you doing?
I'm good.
Bad.
A little bit of a nickel there.
When Zaha scored about a few minutes ago, but apart from that. Have you just started watching it, or have you been watching it for a while yet?
No. I've just turned it on.
Well, just to say, we're having all boys. As you'd expect, they're just setting up, trying to counter attack us. We had one counter attack, and they almost scored. Zaha off the post. Oh my god! Good save, Ramsdale. Edward had a chance there. What's your time, by the way? I'm on 15:49.
I'm on 15 right now.
Oh, you're seeing sec then. What happened? Edward had a chance then. Yeah, bluffed it. Charlton scored. Oh.
Well, that looks like a.
That's your weekend, but anyway.
Yeah, do you know what? It's been quite shit actually. To be fair, and has nothing
What
to do
you
with
didn't?
Arsenal
You
either.
didn't enjoy Conte having a meltdown?
No, I did. I did. That was before. That was after the shit week, so it's fine.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. Do you know what? This week's just been utter dog shit, and to be honest, it's got nothing to do with Arsenal. Like, it's just like things outside of that. Because to be honest, I've not been paying that much attention to Arsenal lately. Like, I see we're playing Sporting in midweek, and I'm like, I turned it on for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, don't really watch it, to be fair. So it is what it is.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Notice how I've not gone into full meltdown over like the exit of a cup competition now.
Maybe right. It literally is what it is, and it's just I came out because I was at the game. I was at the game. I came out of them and brother, and I said, you know what? It just needs a full focus now on 11 games. Oh God! Oh, what a guard! Ah, unlucky. Good save from the goalie there.
We'll win this, bro. I'm not worried. I'm not worried, bro. We'll win this.
I'm just it just means now no distractions from the league. It's full focus.
Exactly.
And thank God it's a blessing. Yeah, it turned out to be a blessing because we've gotten through Juventus in the next round, away first and at home, and then even Man United or Sevilla in the semis. It's just asking for trouble.
Juve aren't that great.
No, but we would have had to go full strength, and it would have caused more injuries than what we've got long down the line. So I'll look at it that way. And I know Saliba's out today, but he's back after the international break. If it's 2 to 3 weeks, like the people are saying, he's back after the international break for either Leeds or Liverpool.
Sure.
People online having a meltdown. He's out. He's out. The end of the world. Mate, we've got someone like Rob Holding to deputising his place while he's out for a couple of games. He ain't in against Palace and Leeds. It's not the end of the world.
Plus,
Go on, Ben. Go on, Ben.
Bro, if Tommy Asu was fit, right? If Tommy Asu was fit,
Yeah.
Rob Holden would not be starting.
But you know what I'm saying. It's not like we're putting that Yaka kid in place of Saliba and putting everything on him. We've got someone an experienced head either way.
Yeah. Plus, you don't want to put like a kid who's coming from a new league and like into a must-win game like Palace. You don't. Like, because every game is must-win at this point. You know, like when you're in a title race, every game is must-win because you know City are winning their game in hand, so you got to keep the pressure on them.
No, exactly. We win today. As you say, put the pressure on them because their next game is Liverpool. So they then go into that game knowing the pressure's on and they have to win. Knowing if they don't, in a few games' time, a few hours later, we have Leeds at home. We're more likely to win that as well. So they do need some help out here. Mitchell's down, by the way, for Palace on his ankles. Thank God for Palace. Do you want to
talk about the Conte thing? Because
knock yourself out.
I've got a few thoughts about it. Right? You know I've got my thoughts on it because I called this from day one. But like, okay, it's not so much what he said, right? Because what he said was actually pretty damn accurate. Like, if you ask me, because you know they don't win trophies. Like, I don't really consider Tottenham a rival.
No.
Like, I know some Arsenal fans will, but from where I'm coming from, my kind of definition of a rival, right, is are you competing for trophies with us, right? Tottenham don't compete for trophies, so I can't consider them a rival. Whereas if it's, for example, Manchester United, Chelsea over the years, yes. Yes, I will 100% consider them rivals because they have challenged for trophies in the past and over the last 20 years. So I will consider them a rival. The reason I don't Tottenham is because they don't win anything. They don't. And with Conte, it's like, okay, you bring in a manager who's a proven winner because, look, this guy toppled Juventus with Inter Milan when Juve were like, you know, this dominant force in Italy. Right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he's a crap manager because he's not doing it at Spurs. I can give you a list of managers that it hasn't worked out with over there, right? Mauricio Pochettino got him to a Champions League final. Did they back him at the right time? No. Jose Mourinho got him to a cup final. What did they do? Sack him 5 days before it. Like the true definition of Spursy. If that ain't Spursy, nothing is, right? And then you go from that to Nuno, which it started well, similar like Conte, like Mourinho. Then what happened? 3-0 pipes, 3-0 pipe-ins, and then like London games as well. Palace, Chelsea, Arsenal. They go from that to Antonio Conte. Again, like Jose, like Nuno. Started well, like I knew it would.
Yeah.
But what's happened since?
Oh, exactly.
It's gone down the absolute shit, mate. And anyone with a brain knew this was going to happen. So I'm not really surprised by it. I'm not really surprised by it. Is it probably the right timing for Conte to do that? Probably not, because now the players are going to want him out, if anything else, because he went at the players in the press conference too. So it's just untenable for Antonio Conte now, but I don't think he wants to be there in the first place.
No.
Because again, it's like it's Tottenham. They're essentially what we were with Wenger, like without the winning trophies part, prioritizing top four, and like claiming it's this big thing that will help, but really it doesn't. So it is what it is. Like unless they get new owners, mate, they're not doing shit.
Which ain't going to happen, so long may it continue. I sat back and asked us, like, biggest, because it literally at one point, when he started off his rant, it literally, the echoes of Chiellini a few years back when Juventus knocked out Tottenham under Poch is in the Tottenham DNA.
Yeah. Yeah. There's clearly been a disagreement between Daniel Levy and Conte behind the scenes. There's clearly been one.
Go back up.
Because as we said before, Tompkins a good defender, but he's not blessed with pace. But Mark Gay is blessed with pace, but he's defending well, but he's been comfortable in possession. Palace are doing well at the moment, but you know what Arsenal like, they can just sprint just like that.
Oh dear. Misfit saying this just a joke. That's a foul on Trossard.
I feel bad for Vieira though when he got sacked though.
Well, it was the same before. If you look at the teams he played since New Year till now, they've all been in the top half of the league. All teams that are in full top half of the league, going for European title races and all that.
Yep. Merce said it on Sky.
I mean, if it weren't for Elise last week being defensively stupid, so we say, they get a 0-0 draw, clean sheet, and a 0-0 draw against Man City, at the very least.
Yeah. And let's be real, mate. Like, look, I watched. I heard what Merce had to say on it, and to be honest, mate, he got it bang on, bro. He got it bang on. Like they're playing teams that are better than them. Right, and you wouldn't say that Palace are expected to beat teams that are like of the level that we're talking. Like, you know, all right, they played us at the start of the season, got absolutely battered, but you wouldn't expect Palace to win that game anyway.
I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing, but he's put it up. Yep, he is. Martinelli's has scored. Come on, Arsenal, come on!
Why'd you have to ruin it for me?
They've ruined it for me. I didn't even see it. I've not even seen it. My stream's buffering constantly, so.
I know. I'm not having a go at you, but like, why did the chat have to ruin it for me? Fucking hell.
Martinelli, I'm so happy for Martinelli because obviously up and on Thursday we're missing that penalty.
Mate,
that could have completed.
Bro, this is what I mean, right? If we win this game, right, no one's actually. If we win the league, no one's gonna give two shits about the Europa League. Honestly.
The thing is fun though. I don't know if I am behind because the stream I'm watching it on Twitter is now buffering every 2 seconds, buffering. So I don't know how far behind I would have been.
See,
I could have been in sync with you guys. I don't know.
Bro, this is where IPTV is a blessing. I'm just saying. Oh God.
Dear.
Oh, that's a good ball from Odegaard as well.
Trust me.
How good is Odegaard, by the way? Can we just put
respect on that
man? Like, oh my God.
Mate, he came. Oh, again, I was at the game on Thursday. When he came on, that's in extra time. The difference he made. Suddenly, we went from playing the way we were tackling in a sense, but it went up another gear. It just went up another gear.
That goal is amazing, by the way. Woo.
Yeah, I'm not being able to watch it whatsoever. What's up? We done a goal now,
bro. I didn't curse you just so I'll be ahead of you. I'm just putting that out there right now.
Oh God!
Like I can't have you blaming me for your stream goal.
No. No, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm blaming Twitter. I'm actually blaming Sky because Sky are the ones that picked up two teams in an FA Cup quarter final over a team that's not in the FA Cup in a title race.
I know.
Dumbasses.
Imagine that. Picking. Well, actually, to be fair, when they
They would
had
have
this
known as well that
game,
we're not in the FA Cup this weekend. Because when they picked it, it was already at the FA Cup.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they would have known.
Although to be, no. Actually, no.
Don't be nice
Not
to them.
not to be fair to them, right? We see. This is the thing, right? See, when Sky don't pick us for games now, right? I'm just gonna be like, all right, whatever. I don't really care. Seriously, like, it's better that than listening to what I can only describe as ear rape from Gary Neville. You know?
That's
So,
true, actually.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
Or Carragher, for
this,
that matter, sometimes.
this is the thing, bro. This is why I don't. This honestly, I'm on my IPTV now. Yeah, I use Opta Sports for all the games now. I don't watch them on Sky. I don't watch them on BT because the commentary, like, for both of them channels, joke. And I said it last week, bro. How is CBS in America getting a better panel to analyze the games than we get in the UK? Seriously, CBS have
Because they
Jamie
pay the money.
Carragher, Micah Richards, and Thierry Henry. That is better than anything we've got here.
Because they pay the money. Simple.
Plus, they don't restrict them either.
Yeah. Chris, can you
You ever
send...
notice that? They're allowed to be themselves. Who knew?
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, Chris, can you send me that link on Twitter, please, if that's possible? I've seen it on Instagram, but I can't act it on here for some reason. If you can send it via DMs, Chris, that'd be appreciated. Because it's just doing my head in now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's FPL. Oh, yeah, my FPL as well. Yay. I just realised that. It might lead to my FPL. Who got the assist, by the way?
I think Saka got it.
Yeah, he's my captain.
I think. I don't know. Don't take my
I'll
word
find
for
out.
it.
I'm going to find out now.
Don't take my word for it, mate, because you'll end up cussing me for that.
Yeah, bastard. Oh, that's a shocker so far. Yeah, he's got 8 points, so he's got the assist.
How is that not a foul?
It's easy. He's got a cannon on his chest.
At least just, like, his studs go right into Xhaka's knee. How the fuck is that not a foul?
Yeah. Consistency, Colin. Consistency. Yesterday we saw straight red. Now we're seeing nothing.
They work for Sky, bro. They work for Sky. Notice how, like,
And BBC.
Sky
Mickey also watched the BBC as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, notice how they're very tame.
Restricted.
So yeah.
They're tame compared to CBS, bro. Legit. Like.
Brighton, by the way, in the FA Cup, Brighton are 1-0 up against Grimsby, as you would expect. But Undav scored the goal for Brighton so far.
Yeah. They're a good team, Brighton. They really are.
Yay. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. If it works.
How are you feeling on Fabio Vieira, bro? I'm not feeling him so far.
The talent, there's a player there. In terms of his talent, there's a player there.
Oh, yeah, without doubt.
He physically, he needs to bulk up a bit, and he needs to be more... He needs to learn the English game a bit more. Otherwise, we're going to have another Mesut Ozil situation where he doesn't fucking adapt. He needs to... This season was always going to be his adapting season. If next season he's doing the same bullshit, like we did what we saw on Thursday, when it was like literally on attacking in the 90 minutes, trying to get that goal. He does a little flippity floppy bullshit at 1-0 or 0-0 or whatever. Then he's got questions got to be asked of him, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what Arteta wants to do. He wants him to be like that back up to where Odegaard plays, where he's like that attacking 8. I get that. However, he doesn't have the defensive awareness to play that position, at least not to the level that Odegaard does, right? So
No.
to me, he's more of a winger or a number 10 than he is like a number 8. It's essentially like playing Ozil, you know, in an 8 position. You know, he just couldn't do it because he wouldn't be able to trap. Ozil wouldn't trap back, so it's like it's pointless playing him in midfield. But I need to see a bit more. I need to see a bit more creativity from him, like the bulking up stuff and adapting. I can sort of get around that if I can see like a little bit of you know impotence towards our attack and play. The fact that he doesn't, that's a huge red flag for me. I've not
Hmm.
given up on him, but I want him to be a I want him to contribute a little bit. Well, not even a little bit. Just contribute more than he does, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's totally reasonable. Yeah. Oh, oh heck, I thought it says down. Let me take it down. Oh, I'm on 34.58 now.
I'm on
I've got
34
A string
20.
working, but I can't turn the bloody
I'm
thing
on
down.
34
There we
29.
go.
You're like
There we
20
go. There we go.
seconds ahead of me.
I'll
I
click the
don't know
bloody
why.
thing.
I don't know why this is, lads. Ryan's ahead of me for whatever reason all the time. I don't know what.
Even when I'm watching an actual live on TV, like, I'm ahead of you by
I
a
know.
second.
I know. I know.
Don't know how that works out, but
Happens all the time on Match of the Day streams when we do them, and now it's like, now it's just all the time. Brilliant.
oh, dear. Mark in the chat saying Fabio has. I want to put it on the screen as well.
Yeah.
Has got potential. Just needs to have a few steak meals in the summer. Definitely got a final ball in him.
Oh yeah, he does. He definitely has that. Like I'm not
Yeah.
questioning that. Like it's just I want to see a bit more output from him. Like
Yeah.
I don't think that's unreasonable. He definitely needs to bulk up. I will. He definitely needs to do that. But it's just even when Odegaard's like not on the ball, right? You can see like the work rate off the ball from Odegaard. He's always moving. He's never standing still. And when he does have the ball,
Mm.
even if he's not the one like who delivers the final ball, he still moves the ball forward. So he is contributing attacking wise. Fabio Vieira right now at this current stage hasn't done enough for me. You know?
Yeah.
So I hope he does. I hope he does prove me wrong because I want him to. I really do. I want him to prove me wrong. I don't want to be like. I'm never going to be the fan that goes, "Oh, this guy's utter dog shit. Let's get rid of him after one season." No, no, because the guy is literally just coming from Porto. Like I
Yeah.
understand that. I understand the circumstances surrounding it. You've come in from Portugal, which, let's be honest, it's not it's not a physical league to the level that the Premier League is. So I understand that he has to like adapt and take time and all that. I get it.
Mm. Just going back to Tottenham as well. Conte situation.
It's
We know
untenable,
he
isn't it?
wants out. He wants out. He's going either
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
He's being sacked now
yeah.
or whenever. He's walking.
Yeah,
Who
he's
do
gone.
they get? If they go to Poch after what happened the last time round at the end of it, it's just as another disaster waiting to happen again. That's going to capitulate in 18 months again. Tuchel is not. Why would he? I mean, you're just repeating.
I can't see
You're going for the Chelsea hat trick. You're going for the Chelsea hat trick otherwise.
I can't see Tuchel going there, and the reason I can't is because he's an intelligent manager. He's probably going to look at the last couple of situations with Jose and Conte and think, why the fuck would I go there? Like, I would like to. All right. Look, I would like to think that Tuchel's an intelligent guy. If he goes to Spurs, that just tells you he's not. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to say that Tuchel's a bad manager because I don't believe he is. Like,
No.
Even all right, you can say like the Champions League was. I mean, like if you want to say the Champions League was like a one-off, all right, I don't agree with that because you still have to be tactically astute to win the thing in the first place. And
yeah,
let's not forget. At one point, we were talking about Tuchel being the best manager, like tactically in the league, alongside Klopp and Guardiola. So he's clearly not a bad manager. But at a certain point, you got to look beyond the managers, really. Like I said it last week, Pochettino. There's an old saying, Ryan, right? You don't get back together with your ex. You don't. Right? So that is what Pochettino going to Spurs again would be for me. Like, that's just what it would be. Tuchel, don't see it happening. I just don't. For me, there's only a few options that are realistic. Thomas Frank, although I question why he would go there because Brentford are doing very well and he's got a nice, thing going with Brentford. Why would you jeopardize that over going to a team that, let's be honest, it's not a guarantee that you're going to be a success or be backed? De Zerbi, that's another option from Brighton. But again, same thing as Thomas Frank. Why would you go there?
No, exactly.
Every manager in my head I'm thinking of that they could get, and bearing in mind you're gonna have to go like further down the league to like the Brightons and the Brentfords and like the Fulhams. Like there was links of Marco Silva to Spurs as well. But again, the same question that you can ask of Thomas Frank and De Zerbi. Why would Marco Silva go there when he's got a good thing going with Fulham? Why? It doesn't make sense. I don't know who they get. That's the thing. I don't know who they get. Like, they'll probably end up getting somebody because even though they're not a big club, they still bring in more revenue than we do because of their stadium, right? So they'll probably just get someone based off that alone. But when it comes to like these proven managers who have won stuff, you can forget it. Like, I've seen links of Luis Enrique. Why would Luis Enrique go to Spurs? Why? Like,
no, exactly. Oh God.
Like,
fucking come on.
The only here's the thing, Luis Enrique to Spurs is Conte 2.0 because Luis Enrique is a manager that needs everything given to him, like Conte. Like,
Chris is saying get Diego Simeone in.
Diego Simeone again. Like what? Saka again.
What a goal!
What a season, man! What a season he's having. What's that? He's on 12 goals now, is he?
11 goals, 10 assists.
Wow.
I did have a thing ready for half time, but he's now ruined that.
And you know what? That helps your fantasy team out too.
Yeah.
Is he your
He's
captain?
captain, as I say. But
yep.
no, well, what was it I was going to say? In terms of again, the football today, that goal as well, build up play to that. Oh my God, it's sublime watching again. I'm sorry, I'll keep again. You can call us biased, guys, because of Vieira and all the connection we have. But you can't tell me he would have set the team up different. You can't tell me he would have had the team set up better than what this idiot has done. Because they've just sat back and invited this. And the defence is all. I know they've had injuries and all that, but come on.
And now they're looking at Roy Hodgson as manager. That is literally the definition of a
That's
backward
a
step,
joke.
bro.
I said this earlier before you came on. I was like, Roy Hodgson left for a reason. You pushed him out for a reason. You went with Vieira. You made a point when you appointed Vieira that it was going to be.
Oh, don't you dare! Don't you dare!
Start of a
That's
new
not
dawn.
offside. Come on. Why are they checking this? This makes no sense. They check every goal. Like why?
Because it's an Arsenal goal. They don't want us to win the league. Remember?
Oh my God. Seriously,
they don't want us to win the league.
VAR is gonna do my head in. Like, it just is, bro. Like,
at least the last one. The thing is, at least when we last won the title, we didn't have VAR to ruin it. We could let's just go. Yes, goal, continue. Let's go.
We could enjoy the goals. Imagine that.
Yeah, exactly. You watch. The game will come where it's like the game that decides if we win the title or not. We do it. Full-time whistle goes. VAR checking something. Sorry, from like 2 months ago.
Yeah. Do you know what, mate? You know how, considering how well we're playing, right, with that false nine, I'm not being funny, but I can't see Eddie and Ketia staying in the summer. Because we play better without, like, a recognised striker. Gabriel Jesus is not, an out-and-out number 9. He's not.
No.
Like, he's more of a false 9. Trossard, exactly the same thing. So, to me, it's like, I just don't see how we go from, oh, Jesus. If Partey had scored that, like...
that'll be the...
Wasn't far off either. It just hit the divot, like...
The bounce took it away. The last second bounce took it away from it. Otherwise, that's 3-0 back. Thank you very much. Let's kill him now. Another thing that look, assume we're going to go in at 2-0, come out second half, get a couple more goals because the goal difference going into this game was plus that Man City had 5 better goal difference by 5. It's now that a 3. If we can close that as well, that's more pressure on them to score as well.
Considering we play Leeds in our next game, bro, like Man City now, they're under pressure, man. They really are, because they've got to play Liverpool before we play Leeds. If Liverpool beat them, right, and we beat Leeds, that's a point swing of like 11 points. Yes, they'd have a game in hand, but 11 points at this stage of the season is massive. Like, it's almost like, I'm not going to say it's like, not like, gettable for them to close that gap from 11 down to 5 again. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, when it's an 11-point gap, and considering we'd be in April, if Man City lose to Liverpool, bearing in mind, I'm working on assumptions here, right? I'm not saying they're definitely going to lose to Liverpool. I'm not saying we're definitely going to be 11 points clear. I'm working on assumptions here. If we are 11 points clear of Manchester City after we play Leeds, yes, they'd have a game in hand, but we'd be in April for a start, right? A month left, well, just over a month left in the season, right? Man City would pretty much have to win every game from then until the end of the season to win the league, and have to hope that we lose a couple games in between. Now, that's not a good position to be in. I don't care who you are.
if we obviously assuming we go today to get the 8 points, the 8 points gap today, and then as you say, if they again assumptions here, they do lose to Liverpool first game back, and we beat Leeds. That's 11 points. And as you say, they have to win every game after that. Basically, have a chance. With the 11 points, we'd have to lose 4 games in the last 10. And I know we've got Liverpool the week 8, and obviously, I think I said last night, going by assumptions that obviously we were 8 or 11 points going into that game ahead. If we come out of Anfield with a bare minimum of a point, that's huge. That is bigger than anything you could ever think of. Considering our record at Anfield.
I would disagree with the point thing, right? And I'll tell you why. Right? A point against Liverpool in any other season, right? Prior to Man City under Pep Guardiola, I'd be in 100% agreement with you, right? Whether it's like the Chelsea under Conte, Chelsea under Mourinho the second time, or Leicester, right? If those are the seasons that we were talking about, then yes, I would happily take a point against Liverpool at Anfield if we were challenging for the league, right? But with this Man City team, a draw is a bad result. I want to go to Anfield and beat them. I don't give a shit. This Liverpool team is garbage. Garbage. Like, you watch them, you don't know what you're going to get with them from week to week. They spanked United 7-0 and then they lose to Bournemouth. Nah. Come on now.
Yeah. I'm just going to bring in Joel in now so he can have his say. How you doing, Joel? And first half, what a game.
Yeah, I missed the first 10 minutes because I was getting home as quick as I could. But yeah, no, it's I have to say, Martinelli and Saka are running riot, aren't they? Let's be perfectly honest. Odegaard, I think some of his hold-up play in those pockets that he seems to create space in when there is no space is incredible. I think Odegaard's just showing us, isn't he? As a captain, we can do this, lads. He's just got that. It's in the way he moves, isn't it? He's just so. He fights for every ball. I think Xhaka's been. I think he's been great. He's been all over the place. He's been put on the floor. He'll tell the ref when it's a free kick. So he just grabs the ball and says, "I'm having a free kick." It's just a cracking first half, and both goals taken so well. Let's be honest. We could have 3 or 4 by now. Partey was close. Saka gets stuck in his feet a bit, doesn't he? Odegaard's had a couple of chances, but the Martinelli goal, it's like the Arsenal of old, isn't it? That was beautiful, wasn't it? It was beautiful. And the way that Saka did it as well, when he brings it onto his left foot and it's like, I'm not saying they're Henry, but it's so Henry-esque. The way the movement is, it's really special, isn't it, to watch? And the fact that, we're going to be 8 points clear going into the international break is so important. So important. Especially when you think City have got Liverpool next. That's a big game. Don't get me wrong, City are on major form. Haaland scoring for fun yesterday. And Alvarez as well, who I rate really highly. But I just think, actually, I'm really not fussed about what they're particularly doing. I'm just fussed about what the Arsenal were doing, and what a great first half. Just fantastic.
Well, the important thing, we might have
and what a save by Ramsdale. What a
save. But with Martinelli, I'm so happy that he got that goal today, because he must have felt like crap after missing that penalty after the last couple of days. He had the team around him saying, "Don't worry, we'll move on." Obviously, you don't want to be that person that misses the penalty that knocks you out of a competition.
Do you know what, Ryan? I think this this just shows where Saka and Martinelli are at, right? Saka missed a major penalty, didn't he? It was a major penalty. And Martinelli will have had his head down for all of a day because the rest of this Arsenal team seem to just get round each other. This is the difference. And they go, do you know what? We go Sunday.
Yeah.
We go Sunday. And I think that's the mentality.
I was at the game on Thursday, and literally the first thing that everyone did was go around Martinelli and make sure he didn't feel bad or guilty doing something like we've seen in the past. And as you say with Pat Saka, I think Saka having that moment and going through it, even though it's different circumstances or in the aftermath, I think there's a potential where he's pulled Martinelli to one side on Friday morning and gone, look, I've been here. Don't worry, it gets better. We just kick on now. Look where I am now. I'm scoring. I haven't missed a penalty since. I'm growing. We can grow together. Don't worry. We push. We've got a bigger. We're still in the chance of a title here. Let's just get our heads now and crack on.
But you know what? The statistic you put up, Ryan,
that sort of goal.
The statistic that you put on, Ryan, was 10 goals, 10 assists for Saka. Now that's
there's now 11 goals now. He's scored.
Yeah, it's quality. Yeah. It's just quality. And the thing is, they're almost in competition with one another. That's what I love. There's almost like a competitive thing between the two wingers, because when Martinelli does something special, you see Saka think he ain't having just the limelight. They seem to just have this bounce off one another, and that's healthy. It's healthy to have. And yeah, I just think what a quality game. Ben White as well. Some of the positions he's getting himself in, and the balls he's whipping in a box. Ben White just seems to amaze. I think Gareth Southgate came out the other day. Not came out, but he came out the other day and said, it'd be good if Ben White reverts back to centre back. Fucking hang on a minute. Look what he's doing at right back when it's not even his position. Why are you even discussing centre back? This just shows how versatile this guy is. Like this is just showing you how good this guy really is. All those people that turned around and went, 50 million. And after one season, they were going, well, hasn't really worked out. Maybe we should sell up. Shut up. Just Arteta has put him in a responsible role ahead of a player that we all value and love in Tomiyasu. And he's put his full belief in that guy, and he has delivered this season. Regardless of what anyone says, he's got to be up there with the best right back in the Prem this season.
Yep. Best English right back right now. Don't care.
Yeah.
Especially
and to say, do you know what? I hope he gets centre back again.
Joe, we said this midweek as well, right? Trent having an awful season. Reece James, always injured. Who's the most consistent right back that's in the team week in, week out, puts in performances week in, week out? It's Ben White.
Yeah, 100%, mate. He's the most consistent fullback in English fullback.
Yeah.
That's it at the moment.
And he conducts himself professionally off the pitch, unlike Cole Walker. Let's do that, but anyway.
We're not going to go down that rabbit hole because that's a whole other can of worms.
But I have to say today, credit where credit's due. I think Holding's played well, and he gets a lot of stick. He gets a hell of a lot of stick. I know he's possibly got the best hair transplant I've ever seen in my life. Because I tell you now, I could really do with one.
You and me both.
Well, yeah, speak for yourself, Ron. But all I will say is...
Holden's agent to call you up, mate.
Yeah, he can fucking pay for it. But yeah, credit where credit's due. I think he's come in and he's done a job, and there's been a lot of pressure on him because the last couple of times he has come in, people have gone, sell him. They've said it straight away, sell him. He's not good enough. He shouldn't wear the shirt again. He's come in, he's done a job today, so hats off to Holding. So yeah, mate, I'm buzzing for the second half. If they come out playing that sort of football the way they just ended that first half, we could see goals galore. Sam's just written a cracking comment, I have to say. Ryan's having a pubic hair transplant.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Only Sam can go to your nether regions, Ryan. Only Sam.
Yeah.
And a big shout out to my boy Russ. I love him.
Yeah.
I love him. And he talks sense.
Yeah. Unlike Sam. But before you go, obviously, for the second half, before the second half gets underway, this was what you mentioned before, I put up on Facebook and all that.
Quality.
This is from the Premier League itself. Bukayo Saka, 10 goals, 10 assists. He's the first player to record 10 plus goals and assists in a season.
There you go.
Can you adjust that before full time though? Because it's obviously out of date.
Obviously now he's got to go. He's out of date now.
Even if you had just a little plus by the 10, we'll take that. Me and Colin will take that.
Yeah.
But you've got to advertise this right, Ryan. You can't put this out to the masses and it's wrong.
No.
That's why I said 10 plus. I've verbally said it now. So it's
but you're bloody amateur, Ryan. Amateur.
Ryan, you've set yourself up for failure. Joe's done you one. I'm sorry, but Joe's done you one.
You can't be doing it, Ryan. If you're going to do a channel,
right, Ryan, you can't be doing that when Joel's here, bruv.
To be fair, just say on there, first player to record 10 plus goals and assists.
I know, but we're not looking at that. We're looking at the 10.
We're looking at the massive digits on the screen that says 10 and 10. We're not looking at the small print. When does a bloke look at the small print? That's like asking a guy to look at instructions. It's not going to happen.
No.
If it's not there in massive letters, we ain't going to see it.
Oh, dear. I'll let Rachel know on that one.
That's all right. She's gone out, mate.
Oh, dear. Hope Jesus starts scoring again soon. Hope you'll get to see him in the second half as well.
Yeah.
He will. He will.
I reckon you'll probably get another 20, 25 minutes for him today, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely.
Trossard as well. There's just no one you could actually look round today again. And me and Colin, when you look at these sort of people, you just think normally there's a fault somewhere or there's someone. But at the moment, they're just playing as a team. And Partey is such a major, major player. Major. The amount of interceptions and those that just getting the footing at the right moment. Spot on.
Bro, it's class.
And the fact that you've got Jorginho on the bench who will do a similar job for you as well. This is where the strength in depth is so important, especially going forward as well.
Yeah.
So,
and besides that, a lot this week, right? People have been questioning our depth more so than ever this week. And to be honest with you, I'm sick of it because, you weren't saying that post January window, were you?
No,
you weren't saying that post January window only because we went out to Sporting, which. Let's be honest, right? How many of the fan base genuinely care about the Europa League? I'm not talking about whether you want to win it or not. I'm talking about the fact whether you want to be in the competition. So I guarantee you the majority of them don't. Right? Would I have wanted to win the Europa League? Yeah, because it's a European trophy. Was I disappointed in going out? Obviously I was. But I'm not going to sit here and question the squad depth. I'm not going to sit here and say, the team's shit now. Because let's be honest, you could tell in the performance, the players had their eyes on the Premier League that night. You could tell. It was obvious.
Yeah.
Right? So, all this meltdown over the Europa League, I don't get it. I never will. And if we win the Premier League, which got a real chance of doing that, no one's talking about the Europa League. No one.
Oh, exactly.
Don't get me wrong. Europa League. Europa League would be great. It would be. Let's. We're not saying we don't value it because we got knocked out. We're not saying that at all. Do you know what I mean? We're not saying anything like that. But what we're saying is that when those players came out, in the back of their mind, I reckon they were thinking we've got a chance to go 8 points clear. That's where their heads were at. And there was a lot of people saying, "Oh, they should have put the youngsters out." I think if we'd have put the youngsters out, we would have looked like we were disrespecting it.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in that position to have an opportunity to get into a decent position in a tournament like that, and the Europa League has got a lot more credit now. It definitely has. There's no doubt about it. A lot of people used to go, "Oh, Europa." People are chomping at the bit to get in a Europa League now because, you know, even the Europa Conference thing, everyone's sort of going, "Oh, you know, it's not worth anything." But I tell you, if they get in that position, they don't think it's, you know, worth nothing then. So let's be honest. It's not where you want to be, but it's an opportunity to A, get more money into the club, and B, to have an opportunity of getting into the next thing if you win it. So there's always opportunities in those cups, but I'm with Colin in the fact that, you know, this is where we are heading. This is the mentality of the team. We've now got to the point where we're so game by game in the Premier League that's where we're heading. We want the Premier League. So yeah, I'm just buzzing. I think the second half's just started, isn't it?
Yeah, literally a few seconds in, yeah.
So I'm gonna shoot.
To build on what you were saying, Joe, right? If it was the Champions League, then I'd be saying different because it's the Champions League. But because it's the Europa League, and all right, did I want to win it? Yes. But at the same time, I'm not gonna prioritize the Europa League over a Premier League title because that would be fucking stupid. Like, that's just the way I look at it. It's not like I devalue like the Europa League and this and that, but I mean,
Premier League's there, isn't it?
Bro, we've waited 19 years, bro. 19 years
to be in this position.
Exactly.
Not even. It's not even to say to win the league, but to compete. The last time we competed was when Leicester won the title.
No,
but I'm saying, but that was the last realistic time, wasn't it?
Yeah, since then
that we had the opportunity to take it, and we just didn't. And I think the lads they've probably looked back at that season and thought, we're not giving them, we're gonna chuck everything at this because we took our eye off the ball.
Yeah.
And now this is different. So
yeah,
I'm gonna head down, but come on the boys. Well, I don't predict anymore. I said this to Ryan the other day. I don't predict anymore because game by game, I just
second half it's a curse for you.
Yeah, I'm losing weight through stress, and I just shit myself constantly. So it's all good. But hopefully I'll nip on at the end.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Take care, lads.
Okay, take care. Bye.
Fucking hell. I don't know how I got onto a tangent about Europa, man. I really don't.
No, I do. I waited 27 years for Liverpool to win the league. To pick it up on my birthday was cherry at the top.
That's the point, Chris. That's the point. Like when you've waited that long, yeah, and you're in like the Europa League, and you're in a title race as well. Like obviously you prioritize which one you want more. And let's be honest, Arsenal fans want the Premier League more so than the Europa League. If they say they don't, they're liars.
Well, Premier League all day long.
Yeah.
Premier League's bread and butter. Of all the competitions doing, that's the bread and butter.
And by the way, games. You could tell from our performances that we didn't care about the Europa League, because our performances compared to the
second half
compared to the league and the Europa League, like it's night and day, bro. Night and day. We've not been good in the Europa League all season, so it's just been going
for the motions this time round.
Exactly. So we're not really caring about the Europa League, to be honest. You could tell from the performances. So it's like, why should I, as a fan, care about it if the players, by their own performances in Europa, or the rotated 11 anyway, why should I care?
I mean, Yeah, I mean, Liam himself during the first leg, we're doing a Watchalong for the first leg. He was saying to Gary, look, it's clear as day that the players are fully focused on the league. Gary didn't like that, but in terms of he should be focused on both. But we end up because it's been so long for a league title. That's the reason why they want to create something unique and dip that history again, get that buzz back again domestically. And either way, we're back in Champions League next season.
Yeah.
Because of our league positioning, we're top 2 no matter what.
Well, that's a
I don't care what anyone says. Sort of the second half, all the ball. We've had a few chances, but get a third, but nothing yet.
Did you see Sambi Lakonga's post about Vieira?
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That was classy, man.
Yeah. The thing is, we did start seeing from our perspective, were starting to see the Congo we thought we were buying in the first place in terms of how he plays in midfield and all that. Not what we saw.
He just needed a consistent run of games, Ryan. He was never getting that in this Arsenal team at the moment. He never was. I'm sorry, but he wasn't. No. It was like, I said it during the stream. I think, because Gary was on as well, and I believe he was along the same lines as me. I think it was after Wolves, where I said, if you can't keep up with the pace of the project, then you'll be moved on. So it's like if Lakonga gets a consistent run of games and he's still not putting in performances like he was at Arsenal before he got loaned out, then he'll be moved on because he's not keeping pace with the project. But if he's getting games and putting in consistent performances and keeping up with the project at the same time, then he won't be moved on. It really is that simple.
Napoli are 3-0 up, by the way. Victor Osimhen's just scored his second goal today.
What a surprise. I don't even look at Serie A anymore. Napoli have got the title sealed up, bro. It is what it is. And I watched Milan yesterday. I'm sorry. That Milan team were atrocious yesterday. I didn't even go back. I did not even go and see the full-time result. I switched off 60 minutes because I'm telling you right now, this is how fucked up this is, right? This Milan team won the title last year. All right?
Yeah.
Now, I refuse to believe that this Milan team is as bad as they're playing right now. I refuse to believe it because they won the title. That should tell you that they're not terrible, right? 2 things have happened. 1, the players have had a disagreement with the manager, which wouldn't surprise me. Or 2, there has been disagreement amongst several of the players between themselves, and they're just not getting along anymore. That's the only thing I can come up. Seriously, those are the only 2 suggestions I can come up with, because this season, from a Milan point of view, makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. And by the way, they're not beating Napoli in the Champions League. You can forget it.
Oh, literally,
you can forget it, bro. They're getting spanked. They're getting absolutely spanked.
Yeah, Napoli got the easiest route to the final they could have asked for.
Bro, Milan are not beating Napoli. They're not. The easiest game they had all season, right, was Spurs. Imagine that.
They just got through that.
I've seen them get piped 5-2 off Sassuolo. I've seen them drop points to the bottom of the league, who is it? Salasterna, or I don't know. I can't pronounce it, but I've seen them drop points to a team that's bottom of the league. I've seen them 2-1 down to Valencia. No, not Valencia. Udinese when I turned it off. Right? I've seen us get battered off at Inter Milan. I can't count the amount of times I've seen AC Milan get battered this season. It's a joke. This Chelsea team beat Milan. What does that tell you?
Exactly.
Nah. Oh, Jesus.
This is all I'm doing.
We've scored
This is
again,
all
haven't
I'm
we?
doing.
We've scored again, haven't we?
Damn fucking right. Come on.
I can tell from your smile, you piece of shit.
What
And
do you
by
see?
the way,
What do you
lads,
see? He scored.
by the way, lads, I say that lovingly, by the way. I don't say that with venom.
What a goal!
Partey is just so good. Honestly, this his first
Here's
touch,
a
man.
here's a clue, Colin.
He does. Do you know what? Partey doesn't get enough credit for his first touch. He
No, he
doesn't.
doesn't.
Oh, Xhaka, you just. Oh, I love that. I love that.
We got Granit Xhaka. We got
Bro,
Granit Xhaka.
can you? Do you know what's mad? Yeah, I still can't get my head around this. This guy was dead and buried a few years ago. So much so, actually, it was funny. Do you remember? You know when Liverpool were playing Man United at Anfield and they got piped, and I went on this
Yeah,
massive rant around the players' tribunal with Granit Xhaka. If you told
yeah.
me then that Granit Xhaka was gonna have a season like this, I wouldn't have believed you
No,
because it just didn't add up. This season, he's been phenomenal. Like,
and he,
do we
and he's been
need
reliable
to
as well. Just
replace him eventually? Yes, but
obviously,
that's
his
for the
age wise,
that's
yeah,
that's for the future. That's for the manager and Edu to worry about. This
yeah,
season, he's been fantastic.
yeah, and reliable. To say, he literally hasn't let us down once on and off the pitch, and especially on the pitch in terms of his discipline. His discipline's been spot on. He hasn't given away any silly fouls, any stupid bookings like he's done in the past.
No,
It's
no,
flawless.
no. He's
I think
had bad
Andrew said,
games here and there, but he's always got himself back up on the
yeah,
horse anyway.
and Andrew said this when I started the season, and it was obviously we were talking when Granit started a great purple patch at the start of the season of form. Imagine, because obviously he put that documentary how he wants to do something special with Arsenal, this, that, and the other. Part of it, he's going for this redemption arc itself. Imagine the final piece of the redemption was to lift that Premier League trophy come May.
Oh,
That would be mental.
Do you know
To
what,
come
mate?
from what you say.
That right there would genuinely bring a tear to my eye, legit. You know, because there's certain things that
Yes, my boys.
there's certain things that always get me emotionally, right?
Hmm.
Now
Yeah.
it's it's the ending of a really good movie that I've seen 1,000 times, and no matter how many times I watch it, the ending will always still get me, regardless, to the point where I start bawling out my eyes, right? If
Mm-hmm.
if Xhaka lifts the Premier League, that will get me. I know it will. Not just from his perspective, but seeing my club lift a Premier League for the first time in 19 years. People can make fun of that all they want. I don't care. We've been through the absolute pits to get here.
Yeah. Literally.
Midfields of Xhaka and Guendouzi. I don't even think I need to explain what that is because anyone that watched us back then knows. It's
Yeah, I mean, that's add a bit more fuel to the fire for Palace and all that. Arsenal fans, since that first goal's gone in, are now in unison chanting Vieira. Oh, whoa!
love it.
He comes, like proper digging at Palace now.
Good.
Oh, bloody hell! Yeah, Tompkins has been booked for a foul on Trossard. Basically, had his fist like that. But not like that, but like that. But obviously, he's gone full pelt into Trossard's face.
Tompkins has always been a bit of a dirty bastard, though.
Never rated him either. Even at West Ham, he was
He was like that at West
overrated
Ham,
at West
wasn't
Ham.
he? Oh, man. This shit's easy, bruv.
I wonder if Mr. Tom's watching this game by any chance. Because he basically was on Gary's channel yesterday. He made the outlandish remarks of, "Well, we've got Arsenal next. If we go there, we will win." Like, okay, sure you will.
Well, is that the Leeds fan that normally enters the chat?
Yeah, he's a Leeds fan, and obviously they won a 4-2 yesterday, didn't they? He's like, oh, got over cocky after that.
You played Wolves. Calm down. This is why I was saying to Chelsea fans like this week as well, like saying that for them saying they were on a run, and I'm like, mate, you played two crap teams in Leeds and Leicester. Calm down.
Sam saying all these rumours about Declan Rice. Where would we play him instead of Xhaka? I think he'd just be rotated between him and Partey for the Champions League and League.
I think Partey and Rice will take
it. Leeds better than last time we played them, and then no, but that was then. That's when they were in some form and had Jesse Marsh. I mean, we're at home as well. It's like you keep saying it. Home form in the title race is going to be key for us. Having that home crowd, getting the team over that line every game.
Yeah, because we play Leeds at home, don't we? Or is it no? Is it at Ellen Road or the Emirates?
No, it's at Argath on April 1st.
All right, so our home form
His advert. Piss off. Oh, what? 3-1.
You're joking.
From a corner. What is it about set pieces? We fucking like anything in set pieces defensively. Jeffrey Schlupp. Sake.
Ben White a bit sloppy on the ball there.
Oh, guess who's at the game, by the way? Ex-Arsenal player-wise.
Vieira?
Oh, sloppy. But no. Here's a clue. He's won a trophy more than Harry Kane.
Thierry Henry?
Yaya Sonogo.
Oh, you gotta get those digs in there, innit?
Oh, of course.
Oh.
To be fair, it could have been any Arsenal player, let's be honest.
Am I going mad, or did that look offside to you?
I don't know. Literally, it's a sort of flash happened. Just happened. It's like, what? They might be checking it. I don't know.
It's not. Nah, it's not offside. It's not offside.
Oh, checking for a handball.
Oh, it might be, you know.
Oh.
Oh, that might. I don't know. It didn't look it.
If he's hit his hand, either way, yeah. It's got to be different angles.
To be honest,
yeah.
mate, I couldn't tell the way that This is what annoys me about replays, right? You know when it's shot at a certain angle, how you can't tell. Whereas it's shots from other angles, you can't, like the angle they're showing, right? Like one where Schlupp's like behind Gabriel and Odegaard, right? You can't really tell. Whereas if with the other angle, you can.
Yeah, goal's been given. It's goal stands, yeah. Or Trossard's going off. For Tierney. Well, Tierney's coming on. Trossard's going off. By the looks of it. Who else is coming on?
It didn't look like it hit his hand, mate, if I'm honest.
It's blurred. It's like the angles didn't help either. But 2-0 Brighton, by the way, in the FA Cup, so they're going to semi-final at Wembley. Jesus is about to come on as well, by the looks of it. So Tierney.
Good.
So Trossard for Jesus. Tierney's come on as well. Zinchenko's gone off as well. Come on, Gabby. Get us a couple goals. Make it 5-1. 4 and 5-1. I'll be happy with that.
He's been class again, Trossard.
Yeah, Evan Ferguson scored for Brighton. One of the youngsters.
Yeah.
Who Man United got today, by the way? You know?
Fulham.
Oh, okay. At least it's a Premier League side, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, Fulham.
Yeah, I prefer it if Fulham won. You know, that way I can kind of watch. Well, no, I'm not going to, because if Fulham win, I'm just going to stay away from my phone.
Yeah, as I said the other week, and I got battered 7-0. If you want to see Arsenal lift the title, don't say a word until afterwards. Just wait it out.
Okay, on the 7-0, I did text my dad saying unlucky.
And you're still alive.
I'm still alive.
Ooh. Come on. Oh, for God's sake. That's got the ball in the net. Defensively, Paris all over the place, by the way. They look fragile every time we've attacked today.
I know. Honestly, this is why I'm not worried. Like, you notice how when
Jesus. At least what we've had is fucking they just took out Tierney. Got back up though and kick on.
At least is like, you know what? At least he's got talent, right? But he's always got these like little bozo moments in him. Like, I don't know what it is, but like, because Palace were really good against Man City, like defensively sound, structure-wise, they were brilliant. They just one moment of madness from Elise and it threw like everything away, and I'm just like, what? Like, Vieira can't help that. Like,
no.
That's something where you're just like, what the fuck? Like, you know God's against you when that happens.
Full-time whistle's gone in Ajax v Feyenoord. Ajax lost 3-2 against Feyenoord, so that's Feyenoord going on for the title then. Corner this, see what we can do with this. Go on, get the ball in. Almost a goal for Jesus.
He'll get back to scoring goals, man. He will.
Oh yeah, 100%. Even before the World Cup and all that, I weren't concerned at the time either, because he gives us so much more than people actually realise off the ball and all that.
Yeah. Plus, like, even when he wasn't scoring, like, you could see how well we were playing with him in the side. So it's like, everyone that makes this big deal about Jesus like not scoring, honestly, it's like Napoli are 4-0 up, by the way.
Oh, shock over there. Was it a hat trick?
I don't know, but they're battering. They are absolutely battering Sereno. Like, I'm not even watching the game, right? But 4-0, like, just looks and sounds like a beatdown.
If they do what we expect them to do and get to that final with the Champions League, I want to bet against them. Confidence-wise, they've been in a high.
Do you know who's? Oh, mate, this will make you laugh, right? Do you know who scored the 4th Napoli goal? It wasn't Osimhen. It was Ndombele.
Go on. Oh, for God's sake. Jesus Christ.
A player who left Tottenham more than likely going to win a trophy. Oh my god.
That always happens, though.
Yeah, it does.
Son hasn't realised that one yet.
Oh,
dear.
love it. That's what makes me laugh, though. Because it's like, wow. Unbelievable.
Thundervoid says Russ has gone to put the bunting at this point.
What do you say now? What did Russ say now?
Oh.
What?
No, probably. I don't know. Have a look
Relax, Tom.
We've got Tom's just joined us. So now you can afford to throw me against Lisa. You wish, my friend.
All right, Tom. Relax. Come on.
Oh dear.
Game's kind of petered out a little bit.
The Arsenal Mystery says we need to wake up. Almost 3-2. Yeah, we need to wake. Yeah, don't start leaking goals.
Yeah, it's like I was saying, man. The game's petered out a little bit.
Oh fuck off.
Oh my God, Ramsdale.
Jesus, that was close.
Oh.
Wakey. Don't let this Arsenal win distract you from the fact that Luke Ayling scored 2 goals exactly a year apart against the same opposition and botched your celebration both times.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Just means you can't score against us next time out, my friend. That's all.
Ex Arsenal boy, by the way, just saying.
Yeah, Academy, and I'll let you welcome. As I told him yesterday, you're welcome. I think you might be celebrating in a minute.
Did he ever get a game? Luke Ayling for Arsenal.
Who? I can't remember now.
I can't remember him getting a game.
I think.
Like,
I
remember.
He was put on the bench occasionally, but never actually played.
I mean, we've had a few players that haven't gotten a game. Like, remember Viviano as well? Like, he was signed from, was it Livorno in Italy? Like, he never got a game either. That was weird.
Make it 12 goals, my friend. Make it 12.
I didn't even rate, like, Viviano at the time anyway. I thought he was awful, because he was. But, I mean, just the fact he never got a game just says it all, innit?
Oh, what a goal. First time hit. My boy. Come on. What a finish from Bukayo Saka. And your homeboy Tini with the assist.
Hey, Tini. Good boy.
Do not take Bukayo off now. He's on a hat trick.
No, please, no. Oh, that from Tierney was too easy. Like, how is Tierney unmarked? Like, oh my god, that's just too easy, man. Well, that's Palace's hopes over then, isn't it?
Yep, that's the little mini hut come back on, off again.
Like, how is Tierney allowed that much space? I'm not complaining, like, but I mean, ugh.
Tom, my friend.
If I was a Palace fan, that'd be doing my head in.
Tom, be afraid, motherfucker. Be afraid of April 1st.
Oh, you're so mean. Leave Tom alone.
We're going for a title race. I want my points. I don't care. Sorry, for one game, I can't have him having me points off us. Sorry.
I know, but you don't have to let Tom have it over that. I don't know. Maybe I'm too nice.
He knows I'm having a laugh with him.
I know. There's no way that's offside, by the way. Like, why they even check? Again, this constant checking. It's like, what are we doing? Like, oh, man. Yeah. This would have been a lot more difficult if Vieira was in charge. It would have been. Because like this past man, whoever's in the dugout, right, has just set Palace up for failure today.
Yeah, it's the under 21 manager. I don't know. It is Paddy something.
Yeah, honestly, you don't sit back against us, mate. You don't. Like it was exactly the same with Liverpool. You don't sit back against Liverpool because then you get absolutely battered.
No, exactly.
Jack, come on.
There are 10 games to go, and something thinks that we can fight. We can fight for what? With this spirit, with this attitude, with this commitment. For what?
I know. I can hear it.
I'm not using
So I just put it back on. I listened to it again. I'm in a happy mood, so why not?
Hey, it's comedy gold. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
Play that over and over and over again. You get bundles of laughs out of it. Great.
Paddy McCarthy is in charge today. Palace.
Oh my god, man. Well, you set them up for failure, mate.
I'll give you this one, Tom. I'll give you this one. Arsenal needs scoring 4 goals.
Don't expect to hear from Tom like after we play him. By the way, just saying.
Yeah, I might lose a member.
Yeah, you might. You might.
Oh, bloody adverts keep popping up.
This is why IPTV is gold.
Go on, Tilly. Go on, Tilly. Go on. Go on, Tilly. Fuck off. Oh, get up, Wilfred.
He's such a prick, isn't he?
And this, by the way, everyone, this is why I never wanted Zaha anywhere near my club. He's overrated crap.
Emery did.
Whoa.
Oh, that.
I want to see a replay.
See if Odegaard had gotten that. That's a goal.
Yeah. I want to see a replay of that before I say anything in terms of if it was or not. Let's have a look. Really soft.
That's a pen, right? Nah. Oh, come on, bitch. If that's given against you though, you're fuming because it does look soft.
Two-goal swing now, the goal difference as it stands.
Hey, get two more.
Come on, Gabby. Go on, Gabby. Unlucky. Didn't fall through.
If Palace were set up like this against City, they would have gotten battered, mate.
You watch, because it would have been offside anyway. You watch, if they, when the full song whistle goes, they're going to panic and they'll hire Roy Hodgson back.
Yeah. And I'd have no sympathy for them whatsoever, bro. But you hire. Okay, first of all, Vieira was a manager where you knew there was going to be bumps in the road because like it's first time managing in the Premier League and whatnot. But you add into that the fact that he's not been like fully supported in terms of like bringing players in because he hasn't been.
No.
Like and when Premier League clubs are making shit tons of money, like they're not putting that money back into the playing staff. They're just not. Like okay,
No.
you're not. No one's like should like suggest that Palace can like compete with the Uniteds, the Arsenals, the Cities, the Liverpools, and this or even the Tottenhams. No one's expecting that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or even Chelsea's like I don't think Palace fans expect that either. But I mean, you would hope that there'd be enough money there to the point where they can compete with the clubs that are mid-table. You know,
Yeah.
Your Leeds, your West Hams, those type of clubs, but they didn't. So it just is what it is. And let's be honest here. I mean, Vieira got Palace competing with Man City up until the mistake from Elise. So
We've made some subs, by the way. Smith-Rowe and I think Fabio Vieira. No, it's not Fabio Vieira.
no, it's
Jorginho came on. Jorginho, sorry, yeah. I've just come on. Saka's gone off. And Ben White's gone off. And Martinelli's gone off, so I'm assuming someone else has come on as well.
Yeah, I don't really see a problem with that. Game's done, so give them as much rest as you can.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ben White's gone off for Jorginho.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Martinelli has gone off for Smith. Saka stayed on. I saw number 7 might have been for Palace in the end. So yeah, Martinelli's off, White's off, Jorginho, Smith-Rowe on.
Yeah.
Come on, Smith-Rowe, let's get you a goal as well today.
To be fair, though, like we've only got one game a week now, so we're all right.
Oh yeah, I know. No more games in hand bullshit either for us. None of that coming back and bite us on the ass like last year.
Nope.
3-0 Brighton in the FA Cup. They're through. 20 minutes to go. Ferguson again with a goal.
You kind of knew they would go through once they got Bruno.
Oh yeah, you'd expect them to as well. They're a decent side in terms of Brighton. I would actually like to see Brighton win it actually, as a neutral. No bias at all towards any team.
Honestly, mate, I prefer that over City and Man United. Although I prefer City to get to the final and then lose to Brighton.
Tom saying Premier League clubs are merely a vessel to move money from Sky, BT, Peacock, beIN Sports to the pockets of players and agents.
Yeah, that's actually. And do you know what? I can't even disagree with it because it's factual information. But at the same time, like, there's so much money in the game now. Like,
Sam saying that
oh my God, Sam,
Batman.
Jesus. Only Sam would put something. You know what? Sam, don't change. Please, don't. Don't change ever, okay?
We'll have a sub here. Jakob Kiwar's coming on.
That's good.
Kiwior, sorry. For Gabriel.
Yeah, give him a little bit of minutes in it.
Get a few minutes out of him. Go on. I want five.
We all do, mate. But then again, we're all greedy bastards.
I'm just preparing for the possibility of goal difference being the main factor in the end. Like in final day of the season, it comes down to that.
You don't want it to get to that. You don't want it.
No, I don't personally know, but I'd rather us have that in our favour just in case, because you never know. I mean, look at 11-12.
Yeah,
when
I
City
remember
won
it vividly. You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that season, right? Arteta literally scored the winner against Manchester City that season.
Yeah, everyone thought that was it.
To gift like Man United the league, and they still bottled it.
Yeah,
that's what's mental.
Everyone thought it was wrapped up after that game. Man City would just Peter had to go second or whatever. Yeah. And the next game was Man United had a game in hand, and that was midweek against Wigan, and they lost 3-2.
And the thing about it was that was Man City's first title, and they were getting the same thing thrown at them that we are now.
Yeah,
like it's literally the same.
They even got knocked out. They even got knocked out to Lisbon in the Europa League.
Yeah, they did.
3-3 on aggregate as well, when away goals counted.
Yeah. You know what will happen if we win the league, though? People will just go, it's a fluke.
You've got that Liverpool fan going, this is the most uncompetitive league in Premier League history.
Are you mental?
They're getting the excuses in already.
I've heard this, right? And to be honest, mate, it's the biggest bunch of bull I've ever heard in my life. This is the most competitive season that it's ever been. Yeah. Granted, it's been poor in parts. Like how Spurs are fourth. I mean, you have.
It's more luck than anything at the moment.
I don't know. Like,
won't be for long. Newcastle play their games in there.
They won't be. Like for me, top four is between Newcastle and
Liverpool. Newcastle, Liverpool, and the outsiders are for me for Brighton and all that. You've got an outside chance.
I don't know about Liverpool. You know, like everyone keeps saying.
No, but I'm saying mathematically wise and all that. But.
Yeah, mathematically wise, yeah. But everyone keeps saying Liverpool will get top four. I don't see it. Like, they're not
The first,
consistent enough. They're not consistent enough for me.
the first 3 games after the international break is City, as we mentioned already, Chelsea midweek, then us. They literally have to win all 3 games there.
I see them winning 1.
I think they'll win 1, draw 1, and they'll get battered by us. Touch wood.
I think, for me, I think. All right, maybe I'm saying this from like an Arsenal perspective.
From our perspective, yeah.
I think they lose to us. They draw with Chelsea because they did earlier in the season, and they beat City. I don't know what it is about City, but Liverpool just seem to turn it on for that game. I don't know what it is. Like, City just, they struggle against Liverpool for whatever, no matter what form they're in. Like, even if they're not 100% at it, like, because remember, going into the City game at Anfield, Liverpool weren't amazing. Like, they weren't at their best. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking from my heart rather than my head, but I can see Liverpool beating City for whatever reason, and I don't know why.
They did it early in the season. That's what they did. They were.
That's what I mean, bro. They weren't even playing. Bro, they weren't even playing amazing before they played City. They were losing games, like.
Yeah.
And then they beat City out of nowhere, and everyone's going like, "What the fuck?" Like, there's just something about Liverpool that City can't get over, and I don't know why. Like, because the form Liverpool are in and the form City are in now, you'd expect 9 times out of 10 City to win.
Yeah.
But because City have this weird, like, I guess, trouble with Liverpool, like, I don't really see it as like cut and dry as most people do.
No. All we can do is what we've done today: get out there, do our job, and put the pressure on them. And it is now the pressure's back on Man City now. No, done our job today. The pressure's on. They now know they have to beat Liverpool.
Yeah, they have to.
And then, even then, it's still an 8 point. It's still, as long as we do our job 81 in a day, an 8 point gap they've got to close down basically.
Yeah, this is. City would have been hoping that we drop points today because if we lost today, right, that's a 5 point gap with City having a game in hand. They win their game in hand, they could have cut it to 2, right? Now that we're 4-1 up, right, that's an 8 point gap. They have to hope, well, not hope, they have to beat Liverpool and hope and pray we drop points somewhere else, because even if it is, like, even if they do have a game in hand, I'd rather have points on the board than games in hand.
Yeah.
That's where my mindset is. Like, I'm not looking at City having a game in hand. I'm looking at the fact that we're 8 points clear going into the international break, and by the time we come back, it'll be April. That's what I'm looking at.
Come on. Oh, God. I think some of the fans stayed, the Palace fans stayed put and witnessed this dismissal. What's the say from Ramsdale? Well done. Well done. Offside anyway.
I don't know what's more impressive, the fact that after we lost to City that we haven't crumbled, or the fact that we continue to play consistently and have done all season. I don't know what's more impressive. Like, I mean, you could say like both equally are.
Oh, both 100%. Considering, again, I was saying last night, in terms of where we were last season, missing out on the last, it was in our hands 3 games to go, and we threw it away like we did. that could break anyone mentally. But to add the additions put into our squad and for the core players to still stick around and do this and just put these runs together that we've done to put ourselves in this position, it's absolutely you can't fault it. It's fantastic. You're not 69 points with 11 with 10 games to go now. And this is again these players. Let's not get it twisted. In terms of apart from Jorginho, Partey with Atletico, Zinchenko and Jesus, these players haven't been here before in terms of a title charge. We're the youngest team in the league. People need to remember the youngest team in the league, and we're doing this. We're going toe to toe with the richest club in the country, not just the country, in the world, run-wise. Making mincemeat of them.
Exactly.
And when I was just bringing Joel in, there's going to be Joel in as well. But
that's it.
To be in that position where it just it's just to be in this position with now 10 games left. I never would have thought this season, but I'm loving it. I personally every game enjoying every game no matter what. And I've said this for the last 2-3 months. You guys are probably getting bored of me saying it, but if we don't win the league, worst case second, I believe this team will come back next season and go again.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll go that one step further. There's a determination in this squad that we haven't seen for so long. Joel, how are you doing? Got a bit of a scare at 3-1, but then Saka scored an amazing goal. So,
it was a bit scary when Zaha was very close to a second. But I wouldn't say I was particularly worried of a comeback or anything, because up to that point they hadn't really given us too much to, let me just put this on charge, to worry about. But yeah, I'm more than happy with that. I think, Xhaka getting a goal, I think he worked bloody hard today. I thought it was another great performance, to be honest. But who do you give man of the match to? This is the tough one, because Martinelli played out of his tree. Xhaka was all over the place. Saka got 2 goals and, was whipping in all afternoon. It was a nightmare. But for me, Odegaard just everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Even when it came to defending, in getting in those attacking positions, finding a pocket of space when you needed to get the ball to someone to get out. Odegaard was just there. Fantastic contribution today. Fantastic. Well, you could have said it for every game over the last, since the season started. Odegaard has just been spot on, hasn't he? He's been spot on, and for me, he was man of the match today. He just cropped up everywhere, absolutely everywhere. Don't get me wrong, Saka got the goals, 2 great goals today, but I just think Odegaard, that masterpiece that you need in the right place, and he's just doing it, and he's just pulling the strings. He's making the guys get in the positions that they need to be in, because they trust him that he's going to deliver the ball to the right place, and he does, doesn't he? I think fantastic today. Really impressed with the lads again. 8 points clear, going into an international break with Man City with some tough games ahead of them. We couldn't have asked to be in a better position, could we? We could have gone into this game like we did previously when, we've seen it happen. When a manager gets sacked, we get the backlash like at Everton. And that went against us. But today, and I loved when they were singing Vieira. But to be fair, maybe that was for Fabio. Who knows? It's just one of those things. You know what I mean, though? It's another great performance. And to be fair, Vieira was probably watching it at home, rubbing his hands together, saying, "This is my Arsenal. This is the Arsenal I know." because he's a gooner.
Yeah.
He's a gooner.
We stand with him, by the way. We stand with Vieira, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah. We stand in solidarity. Screw Crystal Palace.
Fantastic performance, and we roll on. It's incredible, isn't it? We roll on, and like Ryan was saying before he brought me in, it's probably so I didn't interrupt him, but I feel exactly the same as Ryan. I am absolutely loving it. I can't. I'm not one of these cocky ones that send a message to someone afterwards going, we won, gutted. I haven't felt like that at all. It's more, we're winning each game and I'm loving each game. I'm just loving the football. Today's football was great. It was just great. Same as like Colin was saying at half time. To see Martinelli and Saka bombing it like they are, and the rest of the team are just so gelled. You know, like when I still don't know the pronunciation of his name. I'll say Jakub.
Jakub, yeah. Jakub Kier
came on. Fantastic tackle against Zaha to get back, and he turns around, Holding hugs him, and you just think that's the passion. That tackle is like a goal at the other end. That's how it feels to this team. It's success from the bottom of the pitch to the top of the pitch because they all want it. And that's what it means. And I thought that was brilliant to bring him on, to give him that little boost of confidence after his last performance he found was a bit shaky. Bring him on, inject a bit into him. We go again. And yeah, mate, I'm fucking buzzing, to be honest. Absolutely buzzing.
You're not the only one, mate.
Yeah.
And on the same, I'm still being reserved. I'm still being reserved, even though in my heart, Arsenal's written all over it. I'm the same as Colin. Arsenal's written all over my heart, but in my head, I'm just like game by game, just game by game.
One game gone.
And the fact that there's 10 games to go.
To be fair, Joe, right?
10 games to go frightens me.
to be fair, Joe, I will say this. My reservedness regarding this team, bruv, that shit went a long time ago.
No, but do you know what I mean? In regards to in carried away.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not gonna say
it's more game by game, isn't it?
I know what you mean. I'm not gonna say something stupid like the league's done and that. No. We don't do that. We don't do that.
Like, I love that the crowd sing "We are top of the league" because the players will be going, "Do you know what? We are fucking top of the league, and we deserve to be there."
Sing it. Now is the time to sing it, though. Do you know what annoyed me in the past? Yeah, we'd be singing it like "We are top of the league," right? In,
after the first game of the season.
No. Not after the first game of the season. After like we'd like the beginning of September, right, where the season hadn't even got started yet. That's what would annoy me. Yeah. However. Now, singing it when we're top of the league, 8 points clear, going into April.
And it's the push, isn't it? It's the push.
That shit doesn't annoy me. Because, bro, I live for that shit. That's what, like, kind of brings me back to, like, my childhood. Like, because I remember, I grew up with this type of shit. Like,
yeah, see, I grew up before that, mate. So.
Just seeing like Arsenal compete for titles, like, to be honest, like it was because back then it was like Man United and Arsenal competing for the leagues and this and that, right? And when we were top of the league, I just be going, "What of it? Like, this is what we do." But this team right now,
yeah,
like, I love this team, man. I really do, because there's been Arsenal teams in the past, specifically over the last 10 years, where I've hated their guts because of how bad they were. Like, especially during, like, Emery's time, bro. I hated that team. Like, absolutely hated it. This team, though, love them all to bits. Love them all to bits. And Kiawar, that tackle, like, I'm not one of these people that's going to judge a new signing based off one game. Was his first performance shaky? Of course it was. But bear in mind, he's just coming in from a team that's not. That's
Like I
like
said,
that's
the
like
team they played,
the team he's coming in. The
Sociali,
team
is
he's
it?
no. The team he's coming in from was Spezia, and they're like bottom half, mid table, like in Italy. Like they're not really
No,
gonna.
but they were saying the last game he played in before he came to Arsenal, they lost 4-0
Yeah,
and they were on the verge of being relegated. And now he's in a position where he's playing for top of the league in the Premier League. Now, if that's not like pressure and he's come in, spot on for me. But yeah, I just, yeah, I'll speak to you both during the international break anyway, but yeah, just quality, absolute quality, and like we were all saying, we can't ask for any more.
no.
This year we've put ourselves in the prime position here, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. And do you know what? I look at the rest of the games for the rest of the season. If I'd have seen that fixture list 5-6 years ago, I'd be shitting it. I'm not going to lie, but I go into those games thinking, do you know what? Let's have it.
Yeah,
definitely.
When you look at that team, let's have it. But I better go because we've got to pop out somewhere quickly. I don't know why I looked at my wrist. I haven't got a watch on, but
I do that all the time, mate. Don't worry about it.
oh, mate, I'm all over the place, all over the place. But
no worries, Joel. No worries, Joel. We'll speak to you soon after the international break and all that. And yeah, I hope we get you back on soon.
Yeah, you take
got
care,
a
lads.
comment from Thunder versus 69 points. Colin's favourite number.
That's actually not factual at all. My favourite number is 29 because my birthday is on the 29th of July. So there you go.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
That chucked a spanner right in the works, didn't it? Unlucky.
No, Tom. No, Tom. No.
Can I just say, Tom is saying this based on the fact that we've got them next.
Yeah.
So, Tom, good night, and I'll see you soon.
We'll see you then.
See you later, lads.
No worries, lads. Cheers, Joel. The Arsenal Misfit says just 24 more points and it's coming home. 93 is what I think we will need.
Well, we'll need 90 plus points minimum anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably right. And we're on track to hit 90 plus anyway. So
yeah, exactly. For right now, we need to improve our defending corners. We've got 2 weeks to do it anyway. We've got 2 weeks international break. Most of our players, like the Brazil contingent, they're staying put in terms of Jesus, Gabriel, and Martinelli. Obviously, we'll probably put a fast one on Saka maybe if we're smart. I doubt it. We've got Ben White staying put. Saliba's not going to the international break. He's got 2 weeks to recover, which, by the way, is not ending well because he's got a 2-week international break. Everyone needs to calm down and see what happens.
Yeah, I don't really think zonal marking's the problem with the corners, to be honest. I think it's more the players switching off for that brief moment. Because bearing in mind, we were 3-0 up at that point. Like, when you're 3-0 up and you're in that position and it's going all your way, naturally you're going to be a bit more relaxed. It's just about being switched on the whole time.
No, exactly. And with that, I'll wrap things up because I've got to sort dinner out and things like that. And just, get ready for tomorrow's podcast and bits and pieces for an international break. And also, it's Mother's Day. So, yeah. Oh, dear. Can't be honest too long. So, yeah, big win today. I just got the point. The important thing was getting the points, getting that pressure on City. We've done that. As you say, Saka's got the assists. The goals, got assists, got goals as well, etc. You couldn't ask for much more than that. Martinelli scored a goal. Xhaka scored a fantastic goal as well. And yeah, we're still top, 8 points clear. And we go again. And we've got a 2-week international break. And then we've got Leeds, and we're going to put Leeds in their place. Sorry, Tom, but that's going to happen, like it or not. And then that means we'll either have an 8-point lead still or better. If we have better, you just give us a title then, please. Just give us a title.
That's what's crazy. Like, it can go from 5 to 11, and then you're looking at a completely different fucking thing entirely. So.
No, exactly. But yeah, thanks, Colin, as well, keeping me company and all that, and having a laugh and all that throughout the stream and all that. Appreciate that. And obviously, big shout out to Joel as well for popping on when he can. And all you guys in the chat as well, all the regulars and any new faces that popped in as well. Big up to yourselves, and hope we see a lot more of you going forward. If you are new to the channel, do subscribe, it's completely free. Do smash that like button as well. Do share the content around, get more eyes on the channel, etc., etc. And if you want to become a member, it's 99p, £2.99 or £2.99, one of the two. There's emojis now set up for you. There's now the membership badges as well. So a lot more ways to interact during our live streams, especially these watch-alongs as well. And just before we go, in celebration, actually, as Saka did score 2, we're going to have a double Saka in the chat. 1 second. As I say this, I was sort of prepared for this, but still, 1 sec. There we go. Turn that down. Put them like that. Go to that. Mr. Tom's already put Eddie in the chat, so he didn't play. There we go. Here's my boy. Here's our Saka. There we go. Oh dear. 1 second. So yeah. Just to confirm, yeah. Even though it says on the screen, it's let me do it. That'd be fantastic. Eddie, they are the emojis. You'll see them in the chat. I've put Saka in there as well. If it actually come up, fantastic. That'd be great. Or not. Come on, Gunners. Yeah, and until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend and all that. See you on the other side, and as always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.
Indeed.
It's not working. Oh, no, it's just me. There we go. What, for God's sake.